Hey, boy, that was a mess up. Good day. Good day to all of our internet friends and family. This is T. Lamont Silver Sr. here. And I'm going to assume that many of you have gotten familiar with my video posts and you've seen my videos before. For those of you who haven't, I'll give you an introduction just a few moments. Why you should even watch this video, any of the other videos that we have done. I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about. Give me a moment here. Get a little more light. Tell you what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about cash flow. Obviously, one of the biggest challenges facing marketers out there is so many marketers, millions upon millions, run out of money before they get a chance to really build their enterprise. So we're going to talk about ways to help reduce and eliminate some expenses out there, okay? So that you have more cash flow to be able to build your business. Before we get into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my background. Gosh, not as loud as I'd like it to be in here. In any event, my lovely wife of almost 18 years now, she swept me off my feet almost 18 years ago, and you can see I still haven't found the floor. By the way, do you like the retro Atari? That's old school, right? Yeah, retro Atari there. She swept me off my feet. She's given me three adorable children, T. Lamont Jr., Joshua, Heaven Eliana, and we're in the midst of adopting our fourth child. It's our first adoption, as our other three children are all biological. But Treasure, Avaya will be just as much a part of our family as our biological children. Boy, we're going to get this out. All right, so in any event, Karen and I have been in the home business industry, gosh, almost 16 years now. We've had tremendous success in the industry itself and also in the investment arena. And now it's time for us to give back to you, to assist you on your journey. Now, we know what it's like to struggle. We're past that point in our lives now, doing exceptionally well, but the whole idea is how can we assist you? Now, what I want you to do, I've got a homework assignment for you, okay? What we find is that so many marketers run out of money before they get a chance to really build their enterprise, whatever that enterprise happens to be. So I want you to understand that when you are looking at your expenses, the monies that are leaving your life, your outgoes, your monthly outgoes, that really your outgoes can be categorized into two categories. Is that expense a good expense, or is that expense a bad expense? Is that expense a good expense, or is that expense a bad expense? If it is a bad expense, what we want to do is find a way to either reduce it if possible or eliminate it altogether. So what is a bad expense? A bad expense is money that leaves your life and you do not get an equivalent return, meaning obviously I've got an expense dealing with my power bill. Well, there's some things I can do to reduce that power bill, but by and large, I'm going to have a power bill. Now, what do I get for my power bill? I get to be able to log onto my computer and to the internet, and obviously the refrigerator works and the washer and dryer works, and I'm able to watch my NFL Sunday tickets as I'm a diehard football fan. So it's an expense. I would prefer not to have that expense, but I get something in return for that expense. Now the question is, are there expenses in your life where you're sending money out, but what you're receiving for the money that you're sending out is not equivalent? In other words, do you have expenses that are not getting you anywhere close to your goals? Now again, there's some expenses we can't do anything about. You can't do anything about your property taxes. You can't do much about your insurance. Now maybe you can lower it. Maybe you can lower that car insurance. Maybe you can lower that life insurance by finding a better policy or what have you. But the thing I really want you to pay attention to is I want you to go back. Now, a good expense, by the way, is an expense that actually makes you money, or an expense that is leading you to a point where you can make money. So maybe you just joined ABC Network Marketing Company and you're on auto ship, so you're not making money yet, but you reasonably see that in a reasonable time frame that you're going to be able to generate some revenue that exceeds the expense itself. Okay? Now, I'll be honest with you guys. If you've been involved with ABC Company for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, and you've been working it, and you're not really in love with the product, and then that's an expense you have to reevaluate and say, is that getting me closer to where I want to be? Okay, very important that we do that. We've got to be honest in our evaluation of our expenses. Now, here's the homework assignment. What I want you to do is I want you to go and look at your credit card statement. So this is going to take a little time here. I want you to pull up your credit card statements, pull up your online statements, and go through and see, are there some expenses that are coming out that are not getting you to any closer to your goal of being financially free or having time freedom or whatever those goals happen to be for you. Chances are you've got some debits every single month that aren't getting you close to where you need to be. I want you to look at your online bill pay systems, and look at your online banking statements, and see, are there some debits that are coming out that are not getting you anywhere close to where you want to be. Now, I don't want you to cut life, all right? But what I do want you to be able to reduce and eliminate are as many of the bad expenses that are in your life as possible. When I did this myself and I went through my credit card statement, something that I had canceled because it was a bad expense. It was really something, it was a good system, but I just wasn't using it. And it was almost $50 a month. Well, I canceled it. I sent in the support ticket, asked for it to be canceled. If I had not been diligent to go back to my credit card statement, I wouldn't have seen that they never canceled my membership, and so that was still $47 a month coming out needlessly. Well, see, what we want to do is we want to reduce or eliminate as many of the bad expenses. And let's say that you reduced or eliminated $100, $200 worth of bad expenses. Well, now all of a sudden that's another $100 or $200 that you now can allocate towards good expenses. Good expenses are expenses that will bring money into your life. That in time, the income derived from those good expenses overcome the expense itself. Well, listen, guys, if I'm sure that this is not what you're always used to when you are dealing with mentors in the marketing arena. But again, one of the reasons Karen and I have been successful is that we have a different perspective than most marketers out there. One, we're not marketers, we're entrepreneurs. Marketing is a part of what we do. Investing is a part of what we do. Cash flow, understanding it and being able to articulate it and share it with others and teach and coach and train is a part of what we do. So take a look at those expenses. I'd love to hear your comments, whether you're here on YouTube or another video channel or you're at my blog. I'd love to get your comments. I'd love to get a chance to connect with you. Forgive me if the lighting wasn't all that great. I normally like to do my videos outside, walking around, but since I was sitting here waiting for something else to upload, I figured, hey, let's give a little value since we're waiting for some other things to upload. Listen, we love each and every one of you. My home office number is 407-464-0500. Give me a ring, 407-464-0500. My blog is being worked on now, but by the time you see this, go to tlamontsilver.com. T-L-E-M-O-N-T Silver, S-I-L-V-E-R.com. tlamontsilver.com. T-L-E-M-O-N-T Silver.com. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.